So at first I thought I'll write down some notes because as much I hate writing scripts, which is like also fake and like so non YouTube. If you write shit down and then just read it out. Cause you know what? Because I personally hate watching this. Because I'm a bitch. I'm not fucking paying you. You're not fucking paying me. You have to fucking pay me to read your fucking video essay. I don't have to fucking sit here and watch your fucking video essay, what you wrote for like fucking 8 hours, fucking all polished and shit, and I have to watch it with some all these glitzy clips. Anyways, but I'm ranting already off my own rant video, but that's not what I came here to rant for anyway. So yeah, so people always ask me in the street, Zishan, a lot of people are making money of. There's a spate of spiritual influencers. That's what they're called, influencers, spiritual influencers. And so how can I make some of the cha-ching in 2021? Because Secret ushered it in, and then of all people, every other Tom, Dick, and Harry on YouTube started following suit, and everyone got the channels up and a page up, and now every day everyone is a fucking everyone who did fucking ayahuasca or DMT is now a fucking spiritual guru, and there's this whole spate of it on the internet. So people always ask me in the street, Zisha, how can I, in 2021, how can I make more money out of being a spiritual influencer, right? And I'm not gonna drop any names, okay? But you're gonna catch on it anyways. So okay, here are some, again, as much as I fucking hate listicles. Here are 5 ways to be a spiritual influencer in 2021. Insert a fucking annoying jingle here. Okay. So number one, speaking of jingle, actually that's number two. Number one, get a fucking Indian name. If you're Brad, it ain't gonna cut it, bro. You gotta add some Das or Ananda to it. Hey, append your name with Ananda. If you're like Smith, Smith Ananda, or Smith Das. If you're like, you know what? It might have been all, it worked out for Ram Das, even him. I used to call him Richard Alpert. Rest in peace, Ram Das. He might have changed a lot of people. And but again, essentially his method was bhakti yoga, but I think serve, because Hinim Karoli Baba, it was all about service. But whatever, I'm sure he was a brilliant man, and but my main, I wouldn't say qualm, I wouldn't say beef, I wouldn't say uh, what do you call it? I guess my main, I would not even umbrage, like my main, I guess, yeah, beef. My main beef, well, not my, what really annoyed me was, so, and it's okay, rest in peace Ram does, because I'm not gonna harp on it too much because 90% of him was solid, but the 10%, like, so you're saying you're so spiritual, you're living behind a past life, and you're more holy now, that's why you change your name, but somehow your spirituality doesn't embrace the fact that your mom and dad lovingly gave you a name and you could not hold on to it. You have resentment towards that name, that lifestyle, that what they had best in mind. Yet at the same time, you're preaching the world that we honor our incarnation, the life we are we are we were chosen, like, for me it was Muslim, but anyway, whatever, you were Christianity, or the life in your whatever you were born or raised in, I don't know, New York or whatever, like, because he was this, he went to Harvard, he was the suited booted guy, and later on in life he completely did a volt fast 360 or 180. People always get me on that, like, hey, it's not 180, it's 360. If you're 360, you're gonna come back right on the same place. Fuck you. But the point being, so you're so holy, you're so all embracing of the whole universe, but you're not embracing of the fact your mom and dad lovingly gave you the name Richard Alpert, and you have deep seated resentment to it, and you're honoring your guru more than that. If you see Krishna in everyone, why didn't you see Krishna in your mom and dad, and then acknowledge the fact? And why do you have to change your name? But anyway, my job here. I'm to come here to bag on it, Ramdas or Richard. But anyways, so number one, change your name to Das, but that's because he's a famous Das. That's why. That's why I automatically brought him. It automatically reminded me of. Change your name to Das or Ananda, or add a master in front of your name. Okay. Number two, be ripped. Get some dreadlocks. Be a. Oh, I think the name is not Rastafarian. Some Faria. Oh shit, I forgot the name. But anyways, get some dreadlocks, get some braids, be ripped, just to show people that, hey, you have been through it all. I've been through Coachella, I've been through Burning Man. I've done some LSD, I've done some DMT, I've done some shrooms, I've done every kind of drugs. But now, finally, I'm at peace. Now, and health is my top priority. Okay, even though I am this, I'm not this miserable hippie rishi. I'm more of an ripped Christopher Hemsworth slash come fucking Sri Aurobindo type of ratio. I have both sides in me. I can appeal to the west, I can appeal to the east. Anyways, number three, get a soft, soothing background music. Because as we all know, we equate spirituality with either a soft harping hymnal harp tune of sitar, or like Indian classical raga, or even more flute song or flute music or Chinese flute. That's gonna elevate your spirituality sphere of sphere into elevate your spiritual, your halation, your halo. Speaking of halo, number four, make sure the light bounces at you at the perfect angle, just like it's doing right now to me, so that you have this glow from emanating from you, which shows how spiritual you are. But actually, that's bullshit. That's not even bullshit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and make sure you're shirtless. Because what good is who wants to be a broke, miserable, scrawny spirit? I mean, spiritual. Gone are those days where spiritual you're equated with this guy lying on the sidewalk all with the begging bowl and all shit. No, man, it's fucking 2021. You gotta be driving a Lamborghini and be all spiritual and shit, and on the top of your game. And which brings me number five: preach goodness. Goodness is a new sexy. Sex sells, goodness sells. Preach gratitude. That's the buzzword. That's the that's 90% of your thing. You have to preach goodness. Make sure you preach good, gratitude, love, compassion, forgiveness, and you insert that quote that if you're resentful, then you're holding on to a, you're holding on to a burning coal and expecting other people to get burned. Make sure you include that somehow, the Nelson Mandela quote or whatever. That's number five. Preach goodness, preach gratitude. And number six, number six. I don't think I even thought of number six because it was so rushed. Number six. Yeah, you can be an asshole. I mean, spiritually, it's all about because goodness is a new sexiness. Like it's all about being loving, all embracing. I mean, fuck it if people say you're being fake or you're spiritual bypassing. Who cares? That sells. All these Instagram quotes that you and oh, so that's number six or whatever, or five. I lost track of count. Make sure you got shit ton of social media connected to your account, and you have a web page set up, and you're selling a course. Because as I said, gone are those days of broke spiritual gurus. Now it's all about, I mean, how am I gonna? Some man has to make a living, right? I mean, I'm sure Buddha or Muhammad or Krishna, I mean, has to went around begging for lives on their begging bowls. With the tuppence, people gave them fucking likes as shillings and shared their videos and made them viral to spread the positivity on the world throughout the world, right? I'm sure that's what Buddha Lao Tzu wanted. I'm sure Lao Tzu was saying, hey, make sure I'm begging, make sure like, subscribe, and share so that the whole world can feel the positivity. So make sure you got decent amount of social media account to link to your fucking YouTube page with Patreon so that you're not dying and you're making this cha-ching passive income out of it. Number seven, is it number seven or six? Anyways, fuck this. Number seven is I'm trying to see a pattern, the meta pattern of all the spiritual influence. My bad, not gurus, influence I have right now. Make sure that you start a shitty background like my room. Make sure you're on you're in Bali or somewhere by the beach or or where the sun is setting. Because as we all know, every spiritual gurus are in paradise, and that should reflect the first impression should reflect how you feel your inner beauty, right? All right, man. Peace. I'm done with this. Fuck this shit.